listening to next week's number one hit. Next up, well, this is...
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. I was not informed you'd be arriving with a, scholar of alternative belief.
You are just dying to call me a cultist, aren't you?
Yes, surprisingly, we take umbrage with assertions of biological continuity post-launching oneself into a rift. Actually, perhaps it would be best if we just move on. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our time would be better utilized on more relevant discourse?
Seer Wiley's right, as always. Obviously, we've all more important things to do than to stand around trifling with truth tables. Perhaps later, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? Victor? Yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. I'd caution about passing through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it, but given the company you keep, I suspect that will not present much difficulty. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis. Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine. Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. Why, Matriarch's mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development. Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has become. That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
Please, not so close. I'm aggregating vital, time-sensitive data, and your perpetual motion is distracting.
You lose something, Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle?
The one Wiley designed, right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious, even for him.
you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere. Or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, if Ortiz was among them, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are. I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for. Thank you, Commander. We should move on, unless you've got something for me?
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
You've advanced the plan. You shall be feted.
Stop deviating from the baseline. I'd offer a personalized order prediction, but with my...
Welcome back. Any luck? My supply.
We're going to the N-ray range, right? I've got unfinished business to see to there.
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiry. Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here. Good. As with to put it, but with effort.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
By Alexandria Monastery's most trusted conjecturer.
Test your hypothesis elsewhere.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. Between the invaders, water defecting, there's no putting this sprat back in the camp.
Western is looking pretty good right about now.
Wasteland, devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Crowded. Just too damn crowded.
Schism between the Protectorate and the Order?
Oh,
Consul
a
tries
visitor.
to kill presiding...
Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple. If you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough. You did catch the part I said they saved my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them.
But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
What happened to this place? Matriarchs.
Oh. Administrant Agarwal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
The seer predicted imminent danger to the exclusion zone. In the interest of safety, the displaced must leave.
Well, the displaced are the ones taking that risk, on the grounds the predictions can be false.
The displaced are under the Order's care, and the Order should decide what is best for them. Hence why we need the help of an outsider. Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
But our predictions are given to inform and protect, not to frighten. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Her mission is to uplift and enlighten.
She's indoctrinating, not helping us. Can't you see the difference?
Point taken.
You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
I'm appreciative of you all getting us food and medicine, but she needs backup.
I suppose I'll take it under advisement.
I'm all ears, mediator.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire sub-rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd, and I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. The fault here is my own. I see now that the displaced require guidance steeped in logic and reason. I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? We have ample room to space people out more, but only if we utilize the exclusion zone.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns. Collapsed. But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
finally understand what we're dealing with, huh? For every problem, there's an obtuse, indirect solution.
Regardless of your misgivings, I ask that you follow your reason. Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain, though it goes against my very nature. Please, be safe. That's all I ask.
Not to worry, Administrant. The exclusion zone is our problem now. Here. You stay out of trouble. We'll try and do the same.
No, I'm not sick. It's that glass dust from the crystal trees. I was walking out there, a big branch fell down in front of me. Poof! Glass dust right in my face. Now I can't shake this cough.
Let go.
Hey man, can I borrow 10 bits? I'll pay you back next week, I swear. Week after that, tops. Ah. must have failed arithmetic. Ah!
Get away.
Yeah, I tried to fix it. It needs new pistons. We can find new pistons around here. I can't even get grease. Oh. Hey, you want to buy something rare? Come take a look. Got these from the trenches off a dead protectorate officer. I'll give you a real good price.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict.
Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Architect. I hope this architect. I hope this does not turn back into an active war.
You're doing the architect's work. Perhaps it would be advantageous to... No, that won't function up. Do you have a specific matter requiring discussion with me that cannot be postponed? That's not... Yes, your assessment is absolutely accurate. Making a final decision over what to prioritize in the construction of this trench, given my current resources, has been a substantially more difficult task than I first... Correct? In this case, standardized algorithms, which includes a Poisson distribution method, using the data we accrued from years of tracking the frequency of different attacks. Unfortunately, I find myself in the extremely unlikely and stressing position of having these algorithms inform me that every type of attack is exactly equally probable, and thus my dilemma. Unfortunately, Auntie's human soldiery, raptidons, mantisaurs, scrappers, and even wild varachnids. In summary, many and varied. Well, that's good advice. I can tell by simply observing you that your combat experience is considerable. Auntie's forces have pushed us from our initial trench line into our fallback trench, thus making it the new primary trench. Despite the fact that we are currently holding back Auntie's forces at the new, more narrow front, this leaves us in the unenviable position of requiring a new fallback trench. That being said, we shouldn't need another trench line. Our analysis shows us that Auntie simply lacks the resources to push through the current front line. However, There is a vanishingly slim chance that Antes has more resources in transit outside of the Arcadian system that we simply haven't accounted for yet. Perhaps it would be advantageous to... No, that won't function optimally. Or we could... No, but if they deploy Manosaurs, we'd be better served having it the other way around.
Freelancer, please report to your assigned area and do not interrupt current operations.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches before. You are aware this is a war zone, correct? This is the last bastion of control before No Man's Land. I am unsure who assigned you permission to be at this locale, but please report.
That is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes.
This is the No Man's Land lookout post. Ironically, not much to see here.
I was unaware our everyone is on edge since that last attack. Honestly, the quiet has made reading far more enjoyable.
I should do a study. Study on how...
Move on, Freelancer. I've been tasked with only treating enlisted
That
personnel.
Manosaur was at least 4 meters tall.
I've had a conversation with our assigned seer about your repeated injuries. He suspects your right arm will need to be amputated in the coming weeks.
I hope you aren't being transferred here. Unless...
hurt my right arm. It's my left one that's been injured.
Yes, but that's...
If you're here to help,
Attention, Freelancer, you are currently heading into No Man's Land. We strongly recommend you return.
Alt, what is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you... Alt, access to that area of this trench line has been restricted. Restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity.
If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby after that last attack.
Careful wandering the trenches there, stranger. Some board initiates might become confrontational. Impressive. Your personalized order prediction must have been quite favorable to inspire such confidence.
You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing. You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge. By gum, you're all right. Very well. Sometimes it takes a plumber to do a doctor's job. If Matriarch's Mercy cries out in need, then the pipe doctor will answer. See you there, friend.
Back in business.
I'll find my next victim. I'm aiming a hostile combatant.
Recharged for mayhem.
lessons in rescue.
Supposed to shoot the enemies. My aftermarket parts are prime.
Attempting to reacquire.
Error. Navigation systems offline. Unable to locate designated path. Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to assist this unit in its assigned duties? This unit is unable to execute its programming due to tampering. Navigational and other systems have been compromised. This unit is now being used as a target, which is not among its designated functions. This unit must return to Matriarch's mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its programming. Navigation systems re-initializing. Processing optimal path toward Matriarch's mercy. Return sequence will be initiated once path is determined. Clarification of purpose confirmed. This unit will arrive at its destination with 0.02% higher efficiency. Thank you, qualified engineer.
Enemy spotted.
Take care not to slip. A fall from that height wouldn't be pretty.
Somebody there? Red, kill them! Jump on to reload!
I thought we were going to have to just enjoy a nice hike without getting to kill anyone.
Who there? Maybe some Drina time.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Not giving up. No Adrena time. No nothing.
Taking position so I can take the Adrena time!
Got my
Have a blast!
Feeling real vulnerable. You got my time?
Graph's raring to go.
Shorting it.
Look sharp, it's a fight.
Thought you were smart, huh?
You could sell everything here and still not have enough to buy a can of Borswurst. Almost feel bad for him.
Anybody got the time? The Adrena time?
One thing about Arcadians is they know how to build. Back on Tau Ceti, all we had was a minecart to push each other around in.
yourself. Jason, off. Oh, damn it. Who pissed in my pants?
그냥 무료로 주니까 제가 게임 패스로 했거든요. 게임 패스로 무료로 주면 할만해요. 나쁘진 않아요. 무료로 풀어서 하는 거지 막 재밌어서 하는 건 아니에요. 일단 지금까지 번역이 좀 엉망이긴 하고 아직 뭐 제대로 나온 게 없어서 정보가 좀 어렵긴 해서 살치려면은 뭐 당장 사실 필요는 또 없을 것 같긴 해요.
Nice what they've done with the place.
This window. Don't like it. These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves.
Yes, yes! Grab an order glass scrawler next outing. They'll display us in the staining before we cut them up. Time.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Time.
Wrist weapon prime!
Gratifying. Like crushing a bothersome worm under my boot.
There's a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from Protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.